Why don't the Plymouth schools, like, teach a year of Plymouth history? Like, no, you get, like, 5 years of social studies? No. They should be teaching, like, a whole entire year of Plymouth history so kids can, like, when they're older, know what they're talking about to tourists. But guess what? Guess what? You can do that on your own if you're interested. Which is what I'm doing, since they never did that for me when I was in school. I'm gonna do this reading, because I'm interested. Hey, I'm here in the forest, trying a new filming location, see how this works, because it's kind of dark down by the fireplace. So anyways, I'm back with another possible reading challenge. I wanted to do like a Thanksgiving reading challenge, but I also wanted to read Moby Dick this month, and it's kind of a slow reading book. So there's not really time for a Plymouth Thanksgiving reading challenge. However, the more I thought about it, I thought, let's just make the whole 2020, since it's the anniversary, like a Plymouth reading challenge year. So it's more like a reading list, though. And I have a list here. There's 9 books. And I think this month I'm going to be reading, after I finish Moby Dick, I'm going to be reading Thanksgiving, The Pilgrim's First Year in America by Glenn Allen Chaney. I have no idea what this book is actually about other than what the cover says. So we'll see how this is. I don't know anything about it, but that's the first book. And then I want to get this book called The Memories of a Plymouth Octogenarian, which looks very, very historical. I saw it in a antique bookstore when I was going out of business, but they wanted like $80 for it even during their going out of business sale. But luckily enough, you can get it on Amazon for like $25, or I could just read it online for free. I don't really like reading books at the computer, but I'll do what I have to do. So that's on there, and I don't know what order we're going to go in. I don't know what will be next, but so originally I wanted to read Of Plymouth Plantation this month. I've had that book for a while. I have tried previous Thanksgivings to read it. I just couldn't get into it. It's definitely going to happen this year. I'm not sure where I put the book. I'd show you the book, but I'm not sure where it is at the moment, which is why we're doing the Thanksgiving book this month and not Of Plymouth Plantation. But this is the year. 2020 is the year for Of Plymouth Plantation. I'm going to read it. And you can too. Then there's another book, like it's a newer book. It's called Mayflower. I don't have the author because I don't have the book. But I'm going to get the book. It's just called Mayflower, I believe. Okay, so I have a wide selection here of non-fiction and fiction and children's books as well. So this was my book when I was a kid. It obviously meant a lot to me because I still have it. It's called The Bobbsey Twins at Pilgrim Rock, not Plymouth Rock. And I didn't actually read this because when I got this book, I was so young I couldn't even read yet. So I haven't heard this story since I was about 5 years old in kindergarten. But I just remembered I thought it was like really awesome. They were in my town. So kind of actually excited to reread that one. Okay, so there's another, I think it might be aimed at kids or young people anyways, and it's from the 1880s. And I have no idea where to actually purchase this book. However, I have seen it. You can read it online. It's like in public domain. And I thought it was called A Jolly Holiday. But A Jolly Holiday is a Mary Poppins song, I realized when I Googled it. So that was not the name. I'm going to have to try and figure it out again. I had started to read it a couple summers ago, and it was really good. It's about some people that take a vacation to Plymouth. Yeah, but I can't remember the name. I have it bookmarked somewhere. I'll have to find it. There's going to be a list of all these books, and you can read along too. Okay, so then I have this antique book, which has been in my family, I guess. And I've never read it. I've just seen it around, so I'm like, I'm going to read that this year. And it always cracked me up because it's by Jane Austen. But not the Jane Austen. It's by Jane G. Austen. And it's called Betty Alden, A Story of the Pilgrims. And I believe it's non-fiction, but I'm not 100% sure. And it is from 1891, I want to say. And then, I've also always wanted to read The Courtship of Miles Standish, so I figure 2020 is the time to actually read that story. Because I am a descendant of that whole love triangle. But yeah, and I've wanted to read that since Wishbone. There was this little dog on TV called Wishbone, and he did that story. Yeah. So I've always wanted to read that, and I never actually have taken the time to read it, so now's the time to read it. So that's my list. You can see the full list, and I'll be checking in throughout the year with my thoughts, or I don't know what the videos will be actually. Maybe thoughts, reviews, visiting locations. We'll see. Something for all of them.